From the beloved book to various stage adaptations to the big screen, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is one of our culture's most well-known stories. The classic takes place in World War II England. Siblings Peter, Susan, Edmund, and Lucy are sent from their home in London to live with a family friend in the country. It's there they discover the wardrobe that transports them into the magical land of Narnia.
I've had the honor of teaching college students for almost 20 years now.
Professor Christina Crenshaw of Arizona Christian University teaches a course on the book's renowned author, C.S. Lewis.
He would tell these biblical allegories through his science fiction, because he has, a whole history of science fiction. He's got this full history of course, Narnia, and it would invite children into a world where they could see goodness and truth and get to know God as the creator in a way that I think lasts for generations.
The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is one of 7 books in the Narnia series. When the siblings enter this magical land, they're faced with good and evil. Edmund, tempted by the evil White Witch, is taken away, only to be saved by Aslan, the Christ-like figure in the story.
At face value, it's sort of like escape into the fantastic and the fantastical. But really, as kids start to engage the story, they realize this is spiritually forming me to rightly align my affections with what's good and what's true and what's beautiful. And I think it also highlights our human sinful nature as well. We see that the characters in the book, they're not flawless. They're not without their sins and their sin issues, but the overarching theme is redemption. It is a savior who comes back to redeem and restore and to take back that which has been captive by the enemy.
Publisher HarperCollins is celebrating the 75th anniversary with a major marketing campaign, special events at bookstores, and republishing of the Narnia series with new cover art. At Washington's Museum of the Bible, the story recently came to life on stage.
It's been so well received. It's been just wonderful.
President of the production company Logos Theater, Noah Stratton, says they plan to produce all 7 stories in the series.
Kids love it and think it's great, but then you have adults who are loving it. You have grandparents, and people always will ask us, like, well, what's the best age range to come and see this? And I always say, well, it's like the old Christmas song, kids 1 to 92. Everybody enjoys this because there is a beautiful simplicity while still having so many layers of truth.
The museum is also celebrating Lewis with an exhibit, The Myth That Became Fact. We spoke with curator Wes Viner, who points out Lewis was an atheist before turning to Christ.
One of his objections to Christianity was that it looked very much like all of this pagan mythology that he, as a scholar, studied and loved. And he thought the story of Jesus looked very much like this. He came over time to believe that maybe Christianity did not resemble those things because it was false. Maybe those things resembled Christianity because it was true.
One of the people who helped to change his mind was J.R.R. Tolkien, author of the Lord of the Rings series.
He converts to Christianity, and for another decade after that, he's still just an anonymous English literature professor working and teaching students over in England. He doesn't really rise to fame until in the midst of World War II. A producer for BBC Radio read his book, The Problem of Pain, and asked him to come give a series of radio broadcasts on the Christian faith in this very dark time. World War II, Germany is advancing, the whole world feels as if it's collapsing. And it was those radio broadcasts, which were later adapted into the book Mere Christianity, that really launched Lewis to international fame. He became this sort of spokesperson for the Christian faith, and then soon after, this famous fiction author as well.
And his legacy and that of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe endures. The Museum of the Bible is now showing a production on the friendship between Lewis and Tolkien. Netflix also has its own adaptation of the Chronicles of Narnia in the works. It comes out next fall. Jenna Browder, CBN News.